Okay, so when you guys think of a family tradition, you might think of an activity you participate with your family, and it might go as far back as your grandparents or your great-grandparents. But when I think of a family tradition, I think of Simbang Gabi, which is a Filipino Christmas tradition that dates all the way back to 15th century. Now, back then, the Philippines were under Spanish colonial control, so a lot of them were hardworking farmers, but a lot of them were also Catholic. So when Christmas time would come around, there would be this tradition where they would go to Mass, they would go to church 14 days every day, 14 days prior to Christmas. So starting December 10th or 11th all the way to the 25th, they would go to church every single day. Now the problem arose where a lot of them were farmers, so they couldn't really go to church and they really wanted to, but they couldn't go until after they had finished working in the fields. So imagine toiling all day and then it's super late, but you want to go to church, you're really, really tired, and a lot of priests took notice of that a lot of the farmers were exhausted, but they still had a lot of faith to come to church. So a lot of the priests started holding masses in the morning instead. So a lot of these farmers would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to church, and then afterwards they would go to work, and then they can go home after, which is nice. Now, it might not sound very appealing to you guys to go to church at 4 in the morning, but it was also nice because they were given lots of food usually in the morning after their masses, and usually it was simplistic foods like rice, but since this tradition kind of carried on over the years, it gave rise to rice-based goods. So they'd have pastries and goods, like some examples would be bibingka, which is this really, really good rice pastry, and puto bonbon, which are these rice patties in different colors, and chocolate, which is hot Spanish chocolate, which is really, really yummy. And I think what connects Simbang Gabi in 15th century to Simbang Gabi now in modern day, it's always been a celebration of faith and Christmas, but it's kind of evolved into the celebration of family and getting together over the celebration of food, which I think we can all relate to. And I've been to many Simbang Gabi celebrations in the Philippines, but also here in America as well, which may be surprising because especially in California, there's a very large Filipino community. And I remember from when I was little to even like last Christmas, we would go to church, not quite as early as 4 in the morning, but we would go at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then we would go, we'd sing Christmas songs in Mass, and then afterwards we would go in the hall, and there would be this really grand buffet, kind of a potluck of sorts, where all of these families would bring their homemade dishes from home, of different Filipino dishes, and it was really nice to see. You would see people you haven't seen in a long time. It was, again, a celebration of not only faith and Christmas, but also of getting together with family and over food as well. And I think it's really neat how we can see this little tiny aspect of Filipino history kind of bloom out and touch the lives of many, many Filipinos all across the world, not just in the Philippines, like myself and my family here today.